So there are people that may lead the prayer and the prayer is valid, and there are people who may lead the prayer and the prayer is invalid. Among those who you may be confused with are a boy who has reached the age of discernment. So they can differentiate. They can tell what's right and what's wrong, discriminate between this and that, but they have not reached the age of puberty. Can they lead someone who is like 7, 8 years of age? If that boy has the ability to know what he's doing, then he can lead grown-up men. Amr ibn Salama, may Allah be pleased with him, he used to lead his tribe when he was 6 or 7 years of age, as reported by Imam al-Bukhari. And one would question, how would that be possible? He knew the Quran better than anyone else, and this is why the Prophet told them, alayhi salatu wasalam, he should lead you. Also, sometimes we're confused when someone who's praying voluntary prayer could lead someone who's not prayed his fard, or the opposite. So people think that, oh, the imam and the follower, they should have the same intention. They should be praying the same prayer. And this is not true. Mu'adh ibn Jabal, may Allah be pleased with him, used to lead his tribe in Isha. After praying behind the Prophet ﷺ in the masjid, after he concluded his Isha prayer with the Prophet ﷺ, he used to go to his tribe and lead them in voluntary prayer for him, but it's fard prayer for them. And this is totally permissible without any problem, which leads us to a scenario. I go to a masjid, I'm late, the prayer is over, and I find someone praying behind a pillar, and I don't know if he's praying fard or voluntary prayer. No problem. I go and tap him on the right shoulder, stand next to him to his right, and say, Allahu Akbar. He now notices that I'm praying next to him, so he becomes my imam. Even if he was praying only the sunnah, he becomes my imam, continues his sunnah, and I follow him, and this is totally permissible and valid. Also, if the person leading the prayer is praying the fard prayer, and this was reported in a hadith that the Prophet ﷺ, a man of the companions, prayed with the Prophet ﷺ, is Jabir ibn Yazid, when he was young. When the prayer was concluded, two men, the Prophet noticed that they did not pray with the congregation. So he asked the companions to summon them. They came shivering, afraid. And the Prophet said, why didn't you pray with us? So they justified this by saying, O Prophet of Allah, we had already prayed in our camps. So we prayed as soon as the adhan was given and came. And when we came, we found you guys praying, so we sat down. So the Prophet said to them, do not do that again. If anyone were to pray in his camp and then comes and finds the imam is praying and he did not conclude his prayer, you must join the imam, for it is for you voluntary. And why would we do such a thing if I have already prayed? The scholar said that this is done so that others would not think negatively of you. What is the normal thought that would come to your head when you see someone sitting or outside the masjid in his car while everybody else is praying in the masjid, oh, this is a hypocrite, or he's a disbeliever, or he's a wrongdoer. People are praying and look at the audacity of this person. We don't have the luxury to go and question them and clarify their stance. They're not carrying a flag or a sign saying, I have already prayed in my camp. Therefore, the Prophet is telling us something that would clarify our duty and our reputation as well.